This is our Psychology of Advertisements project. The general subject matter of our article is emotions. It discusses how certain emotions can trigger certain responses and how emotions can also motivate us to do certain things. Specifically, it discusses the broaden and build theory and how that relates to emotions. The title of our article is The Role of Positive Emotions in Positive Psychology, written by Barbara L. Fredrickson. The reference is Fredrickson 2000. This article discusses the momentary effects of emotions that lead to bigger impacts in people's lives. While negative emotions can have obvious negative effects, the author digs into the idea that positive emotions can also have significant effects. Her theory initially came from work done by Eisen that showed people experiencing positive effects were more open to all types of behavioral options.
The hypothesis of Fredrickson's experiment expands on the broaden and build theory. This is the theory that positive emotions can broaden people's thought and action repertoires, while negative emotions limit these repertoires. She expanded this idea by hypothesizing that positive emotions following negative emotions can undo the negative effects of the negative emotions, and when repeated, will lead to overall better well-being. She calls this the undoing hypothesis. To test the hypothesis of Ivan, Fredrickson and her colleagues showed a group of research participants a variety of films that were meant to induce specific positive emotions like joy or contentment, or specific negative emotions like fear or anger. They also used non-emotional clips as a control condition. Immediately after the films, they asked the participants to imagine themselves in a similar situation and had them write down what they would do in a situation. Then, to test the undoing hypothesis, they induced a high activation negative emotion in their participants by having them write a speech on the topic, "Why are you a good friend?" while under the impression that their peers would see it. They then showed films of joy, contentment, neutral emotions, and sadness. Finally, they measured their cardiovascular changes of the participants, since negative emotions are linked to increased cardiovascular activity.
The results of the first experiment were that people experiencing positive films wrote down more than those experiencing neutral films, and those experiencing neutral films wrote down more than those experiencing negative films. This helped to prove the broaden and build theory. Then in their next experiment, those in positive conditions exhibited faster cardiovascular recovery than those in neutral control condition, and those in sad conditions showed the slowest cardiovascular recovery. In conclusion, the result helped to support her hypothesis that positive emotions following negative emotions can somehow undo the effects of the negative emotions. Overall, she wanted to emphasize the importance of positive emotions and their use in psychology. When negative emotions are continually followed up by positive emotions, it will lead to an overall better well-being.
This is an ad that is trying to get people to eat healthy because it will put you in better shape. The ad asks the question, what shape do you want to be in? It has two pictures of unhealthy foods, a breakfast sandwich and a donut, and there's also a picture of the healthy option, a banana. The ad is pointing to the fact that healthy people are thin like the healthy breakfast option. It is getting people to think about how they want to look and using that to motivate them to choose healthier options. This advertisement uses the undoing hypothesis in the way that it is telling you that you will feel and look better in the long run, even though healthy foods might not taste as good as unhealthy ones. In the end, the positive emotions you feel from being healthy and looking good will outweigh the negative ones you might have from choosing healthy food options over unhealthy ones. I could change the ad to test my analysis by changing the saying to choose to eat healthy. This changes the ad by taking out the positive emotions that come with looking good, and it focuses on the negative feelings that come with choosing the healthier option. This would test the theory because there are no positive feelings or motivations associated with eating healthy to outweigh the negative feelings. Then people might not make the choice to eat healthy.
This is a gym advertisement for ABC Gym. It lists the name of the gym, the phone number, the website, the phrase "ready to get fit," and promises a $0 sign-up fee. More importantly for Fredrickson's hypothesis, though, is the picture of the female smiling. She's in workout clothes and looks genuinely happy. In Fredrickson's study, she tested the broaden and build theory and the undoing theory. This ad could be using the broaden and build theory by showing a woman smiling, because this could cause positive emotions in a person viewing the ad and would then broaden their thought and action repertoires. Doing this would increase the probability of the person signing up because their positive emotions would increase their openness to new experiences. They could also be utilizing the undoing theory because a person experiencing negative emotions would see this positive ad, and the positive emotions would help relieve them of their negative feelings. If this happens repeatedly, they may overall improve their well-being, be more positive, which will then make them more open to sign up. Also, after signing up, the positive feelings after working out might help undo their negative emotions, and this will also improve their lives and will encourage them to continue to pay for the membership. To test the theories, the advertisement can be manipulated to show the female with a serious or even upset facial expression. This would induce negative emotions in the viewer, which would then limit their openness to new experiences, and then they would also not associate this ad to an overall improvement in their emotions. If the finding of both these theories are accurate, then the original advertisement would sell more gym memberships than the manipulated one.
An ad for seatbelt safety from NHTSA, and in the ad there are two baby seats, a toddler seat, and an adult-sized vehicle seat with a seatbelt on. This ad has the words "Love comes in many shapes and sizes" at the top of the ad and the website for the organization at the bottom. The entire ad is portrayed on a yellow background. The ad appears to be using the undoing hypothesis by using the words "Love comes in many shapes and sizes," which appeals to negative emotional thoughts about how unsafe it is to not wear seatbelts and the people it could affect. Then the positive effect follows it by the shared message at the top of the ad and pushes to want to show love and safety of yourself and the others in the vehicle by developing a healthy habit of wearing your seatbelt. The ad can be changed by taking away the toddler seats and just leaving the adult seat and changing the words "Love comes in many shapes and sizes" to something like "Buckle up before you drive." If the undoing hypothesis is really in effect here, then the original ad should have a lot more people wanting to buckle up instead of the alternative ads.